Hey guys, I'm Brax, and today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of Lone Druid. You should watch this video if you want to learn more about when Lone Druid's good or bad. Lone Druid is very good at being self-sufficient. He's fine to leave alone on the map and play his own game, and he's also excellent at pushing down towers. In the early game, Lone Druid's strengths are his excellent laning phase. He can lane pretty much anywhere on the map, off lane, mid, or safe lane relatively well. He can even farm the jungle pretty well as well. His main strength in the lane phase comes from being so hard to go on because of his new spell Savage Roar. It pretty much resets the fight and makes enemies run away from you, so unless they stunlock you and your bear, you will not die. So once the lane stage breaks down, Lone Druid still needs a lot of items to be fully functional. He wants his Radiance or whatever larger item you're aiming for, so typically you'll want to push whatever tower you're laning against while still extending the lane phase. You want to pretty much just try to be as annoying as possible by pushing up, baiting enemies to come to you, and just keep on farming. And then once you're strong enough, that's when you can group up with your team, and that transitions into the late game. And in the absolute late game, you can split push lanes with your bear's Radiance, you can group up with your team, and basically you just want to be able to hit the enemy towers. You want to chip away at the enemy towers while retaining both bears. If one bear dies, it's perfectly acceptable to back off, farm the map, and wait for your next bear cooldown. On top of all these great things, he is also very stable as a carry. He's a safe hero, and he's hard to shut down. Lone Druid has many positives, but of course every hero has its negatives. Lone Druid suffers from playing off a bear cooldown. If he receives an unfortunate death somewhere across the map, he's forced to resummon his bear and play with only one bear for the next 2 minutes. This can be very detrimental in a fast-paced game when they're pushing your base and you happen to get picked off and now you have to take this fight with only one bear. In these later stages of the game, sometimes the bear is quite easy to bring down against certain heroes like Zeus or Slardar. You have to build items to accommodate for some of these heroes that are very strong against the bear. Lone Druid pretty much plays entirely around his bear cooldown, and this definitely is a weakness. This is a huge weakness because when you don't have a bear, you've basically soaked up all this amount of farm for no items because they will generally all be on your bear. So Lone Druid's difficulty is, I would say the learning curve for the hero is relatively not that hard, but the most important thing about playing the hero is understanding his strengths and his weaknesses. First of all, he's not that strong at fighting into the enemy. He needs a lot of time and farm to come online. And once he gets around level 5, that's when it becomes really annoying. And something else you can also do to help improve your Lone Druid game is have effective hotkeys. You're going to want to have one hotkey for your hero, one for your bear, and one that has your hero and your bear. This is because when you lane, you want to position yourself to where your hero and your bear's auto attack meet at the exact same time, so you effectively have more damage than the other heroes. It's the same concept as playing Furion. You want to be able to have all your units hit the same target as once, so you will deal extra damage and it's very hard to deny you from last hitting. So I really enjoy playing Lone Druid because every game is different. There are so many heroes that interact differently with Lone Druid's bear because it's treated as a unit, so spells like Witch Doctor's Cask stun it for 5 seconds, Panda's Thunderclap slows for an extended period of time, and it's just, every game is really different because sometimes your item progression is much different against the Slardar, for example. You're going to want to have someone on your team either build a Lotus Orb or play as someone who can dispel the amplify damage. And it's really interesting because he's a very strong hero in the meta, but there are heroes that are also very excellent against him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Lone Druid is a somewhat complicated hero, but you can make it easy on yourself once you break down these small mechanics. And if you'd like to learn more about Lone Druid, make sure you check out these next videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you leave me some feedback below.